Hello, dear students. I am Samir Velankar. I welcome all of you to this another video on binary search tree. Let's look at a typical type of problems where we have been given outputs of in-order traversal and pre-order traversal. That means a binary tree exists and in-order and pre-order outputs of that binary tree have been given, and we are asked to construct a unique binary tree. Notice the word unique here. That means everyone solving this question should get the same binary tree, a unique binary tree, if the pre-order and in-order outputs are given. Now, surely there exists a binary tree for which this in-order and pre-order outputs have been gathered. So, what is that binary tree? We are trying to find out. Just in the previous videos, we saw if the tree is given, how to find in order, pre order, and post order. Now we are doing exactly reverse engineering. We have been given in order and pre order, and we want to find out the tree. So the procedure is as follows. What do you know about pre order by now? All students who have seen the earlier videos know that the first value printed, the very first value printed in the pre order traversal is always value of the root, because pre order traversal rule is of pre-order traversal is VLR, vertex left right, and our procedure starts at root node, and that itself is the vertex, recall. So vertex is printed first, so root is printed first. So we know one thing, that root node is going to store 10. So we begin our procedure by making a node which stores 10 and ask root pointer to point to that node, with the two pointers left and right of 10 being null at the moment. Now, one more thing we do after adding 10 from pre-order, what we do is we search that 10 in the in-order traversal. Just see the in-order traversal and you will find out 10 as I am marking in the in-order traversal. This is the root node. And we also know that in-order traversal rule for traversing is LVR. That means the vertex is printed only after printing all its left branch, or we say left subtree. So here before 10, you observe, before 10 many values have got printed like 6, 12, 8, 20. Then we come to a conclusion that 6, 12, 8, 20 values must be present to the left of 10. Yeah, surely, because LVR is the rule. So the left subtree of 10, left subtree of 10, that is root, has to be 6, 12, 8, 20. And all values to the right of 10 in the in-order traversal. Observe, after 10 in the in-order traversal, we have 5397. 5397 to the right of 10 in the in-order traversal tell us that these values 5397 must be added to the right of 10. So we have got the in-order output divided into two partitions. Everything to the left of 10 and everything to the right of 10. Okay. Now we use pre-order further and we go to the next element of pre-order. Now you see the method to create the binary tree if pre-order and in-order is given. We use the pre-order traversal and we start from the left hand side of pre-order and keep adding the values data after data as they appear in the pre-order. So now let's take 20. Now where should 20 go? Wait. Don't come to a conclusion that 20 will go to the right of 10, because 20 is larger than 10. No, not necessary. Wait a minute. We have taken 20 from pre-order. Now you just see in order output. In the in order output, Where is 20 with respect to? Where is 20 with respect to the root value? Well, 20 with respect to the root value is to the left of 10, left of this, isn't it? So where should this 20 get added? 20 should get added to the left of 10, because in the in order 20 is to the left of 10. So we come to a conclusion that in our tree, if 20 is added, it will be added to the left of 10, and left and right of 20 will be null at the moment because it's a new node, and 10's right will be null, and root is still pointing to 10. Don't get surprised. How is 20 added to the left of 10? Well, the question clearly said that we want to construct a binary tree. Observe, the question was not about binary search tree. Now, less than and greater than rules are applicable only to binary search tree. In a general binary tree, data can be added, any data can be added to anybody's left or anybody's right. So 20 can go to the left of 10 because that's the way how the output is given. Okay, let's see. Let's take the next value 6 from the pre-order. So where should 6 go in the latest tree? Latest tree is 10 and 20. Add 6, we take the help of in order. We first start with the root node 10 in the in order. Check the mouse position. What are we adding? We are adding 6. Where is 6 with respect to 10 in the in order? 6 is to the left of 10. Observe this. So definitely the value 6 in our tree should go to the left of 10. So let's come to our tree. Check the mouse position. We have concluded that 6, the new value, should go to the left of 10. But left of 10 is already occupied by 20. Hence, we start checking relation of 6 and 20 as far as their positions are concerned in order. So leave out 10 now, the root, but go to 20. And remember, we are adding 6. So where is 6 with respect to 20 in order traversal? 6 is to the left of 20. So 6 must go to the left of 20. And left of 20 fortunately is null. It is vacant, we say. So 6 goes to the left of 20. Hence, we conclude that the new value 6 will go to the left of 10, which was already 20, and then it went to the left of 20. Left and right of 6 will be null. It is a newly created node. Right of 20 was null, it will remain null, and right of 10 was null, it remains null, and root still points to 10. Okay, let's take 8 now in the pre-order. From the pre-order traversal, take the fourth item, 8. Now let's go to in order again for help. We are adding 8. Always start from root. Now where is 8 in this output with respect to 10? You notice 8 is to the left of 10. That is 8 is to the left of root. So in our tree, 8 must go to the left of 10. But left of 10 is already occupied by 20. So we leave this 10, the root, and we go to 20. And remember, we are adding 8. So now you check, where is 8 with respect to this 20? 8 is again to the left of 20. Observe in the in order output, to the left of 20. So 8 must get added to the left of 20 here, but left of 20 is already 6. So we go to 6 in the in order and check where is 8, the new data which we are adding with respect to 6. And 8 is to the right of 6 in the in order. 8 is to the right hand side of 6. So 8, the new value, must go to the right of 6. And fortunately, right of 6 is null. It is empty. So you can now add 8 to the right of 6. So what we conclude is that 10's left is 20, 20's left is 6, and 6 right is 8. This is the way how we have added 8. I hope the things have become clear now, and you yourselves can continue. Add next data. Let's see, this is still root points. Let's make it fast now. Let's take next value of pre-order, that is 12. How do you see this? Start at root of in order. 12 is to the left of 10. So 12 must go to the left of 10 here, but that's 20. So compare 12 with 20. Where is 12 with respect to 20? To the left. So 12 should again go to the left of 20, but that's already 6. So go to 6 and check where is 12 with respect to 6. It is to the right of 6. So 12 must get added to the right of 6. But right of 6 is already 8. So let's go to 8 and check where is 12 with respect to 8. 12, the new value, is to the left of 8. And left of 8, observe in the latest tree, is empty. So 12 can go to the left of 8. Hence, we conclude that we have a tree as 10's left is 20, 20's left is 6, 6 left is 8, and 8's left, all the pointers show null, which have not been utilized. All right, then this is root where 10 root points to 10. Let's take the next value 3 from the pre-order. Where should this 3 go? Start at root in the in order and check the new value 3. It is to the right of 10. And in our latest tree, right node, right pointer of 10 is null. So you can add 3 to the right of 10. So now I will not draw new diagrams as I don't have that much room. We conclude that 3, 3 is going to go to the right of 10. Okay, let's take the next value 5 from pre-order 5. Let's check from root in the in order. Where is 5? To the right of 10? So 5 must go to the right of 10, but right of 10 is 3. So have a look at 3 in order and check where is the new item 5 with respect to 3. 5 is to the left of 3. So 5 must go to the left of 3, and left of 3 is vacant. It is null, although I have not shown null point. So 5 easily gets added to the left of. Okay, two more values to go. Let's take 7 from the pre-order. So where should 7 go with respect to root in order? 7 is clearly to the right of 10. So if 7 has to go, it should go in the right subtree of 10. Right side of 10, 7 should get added, but that's already 3. So let's go to 3 and check where is this new value 7 that we are adding. It's to the right of 7 must go to the right of 3, and right of 3 is vacant. So 7 can easily go to the right of 3. All right. Let's take the last value 9. Although it is very easily seen 9 will go to the left of 7. But anyway, last value of pre-order. Let's see. Start from root 10. We are adding 9. See that 9 is to the right of 10. So 9 must go to the right of 10. But right of 10 is already 3 in our tree. So let's go to 3 and check where is 9 with respect to 3. It is again to the right of 3. 9 that we are adding is to the right of 3. But right of 3 in our latest tree is 7. So we go to 7 and check where is the new value 3 with respect to 7 in order. In order traversal, the new value 3 is to the left of 7. Sorry, 9 we are adding. The new value 9 is to the left of 7. So left of 7 is vacant, and 9 will be added to the left of 7. All these values have been added. The pointers that have not been used will be marked null. Okay. So this is the final tree that we have constructed. Now, any such question can be thoroughly checked again. What you can do best is to check your answer is you can perform in-order traversal on this tree and pre-order traversal, and they should match with the outputs given in the question. Obviously, if you do in-order and pre-order for this tree, which we have constructed, you will get the same in-order and pre-order. You observe that in-order traversal is not in increasing order. I told you in the previous few videos that whenever you perform in-order traversal on a binary search tree in-order output is increasing order. You will get sorted out output if you do in-order traversal of a binary search tree. But when you don't follow less than greater than rule while storing the values, as you saw in this binary tree, it is a general binary tree. Then in-order and in-order output won't be in increasing order, isn't it so? I hope you have understood this first exercise. Let's come to the second question. Here we are asked to construct again a unique binary tree. Observe. So if, all of you should get the same answer, exactly the same binary tree, but here again, post order. I'm so sorry for this. In this question, post order is given and in order is given. Note in the previous question, in order and pre order were given. Now in this question, in order and post order is given. And they have asked, what is the unique binary search tree? Now, all of you know from the earlier videos that in the post order output, the last value that we print always that we get is the value of root, because the rule for post order is LRV. LRV. So before printing the vertex, that is root, maybe we print entire left branch and right branch of root, and finally we get root, isn't it? And of course, the rule for in order is LVR. So we know that in post order, last value is value of root. So we can claim that W is what root points to with left and right pointers. We do one more thing after adding W. We search where is W in the in order traversal and we better mark it. This is where W is in order and this is root. Now one thing is sure, that anything to the left of W in the in order traversal, that is L, this is L, will be on the left branch of W in our tree. So A, G, U, C, B, these values will be in the left subtree of W, and anything to the right of root in the in order traversal, T, E, D, F, will be in the right branch of W. Okay. Now what we do is the post order is given. We have added last value as root, isn't it? Now we come in the reverse direction and start taking values one after the other, but from right to left. When pre-order was given, we took the first value and then we went from left to right. We added the values. Now in post order, we have added last value. So we will take second last value now, that is T. Now the question is, where should this T go? We will take the help of in order again. You start checking from root, and remember we are adding T. The new value is T. Check where is T with respect to root. T is to the right of root, right of W. So T must go to the right of W. And you see, right pointer of W is null. Check the mouse position. So we have got a place and we can add T as the right child of W. With left and right pointers of this node null, left pointer of W is null, and root still points. It will always point to W, by the way. Okay, let's come back by one position and let's take D now from post order. Let's see where should D get added. Start from root of in order. This is in order traversal we are checking now. What are we adding, by the way? D. New value is D. Where is D with respect to root? It is to the right. Right of W is D must go to the right of W. Check the mouse position. But right of W is T. So we leave W, we leave this root, and we check the T. And we check where is the new value D with respect to this value T. It is to the right again, isn't it? So the new value, that is D, should get added to the right of T, and right of T is, by the way, empty. So we come to a conclusion that the new value, that was D, has gone to the right of T, with all these pointers not utilized as null. Okay. Now if we come back by one place, go in a reverse direction, F is the next value. Let's see where will F get added. Start from root of in order. Now F is to the right of W. Check the place in the in order. So F must go to the right of W, but right of W added is already T. Already it is T. So go to T and check where is F, the new value F, with respect to T. It is to the right of T. So F must go to the right of T. But right of T is already D that we have added in our latest tree. So we will go to D and check the new value F. With respect to D, it is to the right. And you can check right of D is vacant. It is null. So we come to a conclusion that new value F will go to the right of D. So the tree that we have now is right of D will now have the new value F. All other pointers are null. Okay. And root still points to the next value, or rather previous value is E before F. How will you add E? Let's see. Start with W. The root E is to the right of W. So E must go to the right of W, but right of W is T. So let's go to T and ask where is E, the new value with respect to T. E is to the right of T. E is to the right of. So E must go to the right of T, but that's already D. So we go to D and check where is the new value E with respect to D. E is to the left of D. So E must go to the left of D, and left of D is vacant. Left of D. So we come to a conclusion that in our tree, new value E will be added to the left of D, and right of D is already F, and root is still pointing. Now I won't draw new diagrams for every step. Let's add the new values in the same tree. Let's come back by one place. Let's say U. Where will U get added? If you see the in order output, start from root value W, U is to the left of W, and left of W is vacant. So you can straight away add U to the left of W. Let's take previous value before U, that is B. How will you add B? Let's see. Start with W. Now you see U is to the left of W. U must go to the left of W, but left of W, I'm so sorry, the value is B. I'm so sorry. The new value we are adding is B. Okay, where is B with respect to W, the root? It is to the left. So B must go to the left of W, but left of W is U. Let's go and check relation of U and the new value B. B is to the right of U. So B must go to the right of U, and right of U is vacant. So we can easily add B to the right of U. Okay, lot of right and left in this video. Somebody might get irritated by so much explanation of it is to the left of this, it is to the right of this, but please bear with me. The explanation is like that. I can't help it. Okay. And I have to complete the explanation. For those who are very eager, very anxious, might directly construct the tree and close this if you feel enough is enough. Now let's come back by one position, that is C in the post order. Let's check from the root. W is the root in the in order. Clearly C is to the left of W. So C must go to the left of W, but left of W is U. So let's go to U and check what is the relation of U and the new value C. C is to the right of U. So C must go to the right of U, but right of U is B. So we will check relation of B and C. C is the new value, and C, the new value, is to the left of B, and left of B is vacant. So definitely C will be left child of B. Where will A get added? Well, A will get added to left of W, which is already U, and left of U, which is vacant. So A will easily get added to the left of U. Just check this. And the first value of post order we are taking, which is G, just check it on your own. G will be added to the right of A. I'm not going through entire explanation, left of this, right of this, and all that. But and all other pointers that I have not utilized. So this is the binaries tree that we have got. And such questions are really good because you can cross check your answer, isn't it? What you can do is, on this final tree that we have got, you can again perform in order and post order, and you must get the same outputs in order and post order. You can then claim the binary tree is correct. All right then. Now, do we have any other question? Yeah, just a repetition. One more exercise I have given. Given in order and post order, what will be the binary tree? So I'll just write the answer. You can later on confirm whether your answer is correct or not. 10 is the root, then 20 goes to the right of root, then 25 goes to the right of 20, 30 goes to the right of 25, and then 22, we are coming backwards here. 22 will go to the left of 25, then 15 will go to the right of 10 and left of 20. Many listeners might have already constructed the tree on the fly. I know some students, or rather all, are very fast. Anyway, let's come backward here, and we have 5 now. 5 is clearly to the left of 10. You observe it in order. 5 is to the left of 10. So 5 will go to the left of 10. Let's take 8 from post order. 8 will go to the right of 5. Just check it later on. 9. 9 will go to the left of 10, but it is 5. Then 9 will go to the right of 5, which is 8, and 9 will go to the right of 8. Then 7. 7 will go to the left of 8. Just check that. Then 3 will go to the left of 5. And 2 finally will go to the left of 3. Will go to the left of 3. Let me confirm. Is the in order of this same as what is given? It will be 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9. Yes. Then 10, 15, 20, 22, 25, 30. Yeah. One more thing you see in this exercise was in order output. The in order output given was in increasing order. So you straight away know that the tree which was given is binary search tree, isn't it so? So you will have less than greater than rule preserved. But my appeal to all of you is that you construct the binary search tree according to the procedure. Take the last value of post order as root and come backward and keep adding the values properly. Okay, do you have any other exercise here? Yeah, this is very interesting. You just check this. We are asked to construct a unique, just check this word, binary search tree. Now, question clearly says that you construct binary search tree and only pre-order output is given. Interesting. Now in order is not given, only pre-order is given. Now why is in order necessary, in all the earlier exercises? See, in order must accompany, whether post order or pre-order is given, we must have in order, because only in order traversal tells us that is any value to left of route or right of route. Post order and pre-order does not have that information. Come again. In order, when you mark the route, when you say 10 is the route, then you know that which values are to the left of route and which values are to the right of route, because the rule is LVR. So if the in order is given with pre-order and post-order, only then you can decide properly that whether a value will go to somebody's left or right. But observe this question now. This is a very tricky question, or no? Not really. See, only pre-order output is given. But it is clearly mentioned that you have to find out binary search tree. Now, property is that only pre-order traversal is given. If only pre-order traversal is given, if only pre-order traversal is given, we can find binary search tree. No need of any other traversal outputs, because pre-order output is the order in which we have added the values. Come again. Look at the name. Just spell out the name. Pre-order. That means this was the order in which the data was given when we constructed the binary search tree. So in our data, 10 was coming first. So we added 10 first in the binary tree. Then 5 came. Then 3 in our data, in the input data. So we created the tree by using this data. So you just have to take 10 and add it as root. Then take the next value 5. 5 is less than 10, so it will go to the left of 10. That means in the first video of binary search tree, how I explained that if a data is given, how do you construct binary search tree? Take data as they appear, as they come, and use less than greater than rules for constructing the tree. So the next value you see is 3. 3 will go to the left of 5. I'm not overall explaining again why it goes, you know it. Where will 2 go? It is less than 10, less than 5, less than 3. So 2 will go to the left of 3. What about 8? 8 will go to the right of 5. 7 will go to the left of 8. 9 to the right of 8. 20 to the right of 10. 15 to the left of 10. 25. Where will 25 go? If you start with 10, 25 is greater than 10. So 25 should go to the right of 10. And 25 is also greater than 20. So it should go to the right of 20. 22 goes to the left of 25. I'm not explaining construction of binary search tree all over again. 30 will go to the right of 25. This is the binary search tree that was asked. So come to a conclusion. Binary search tree can be constructed if only pre-order is given. You don't need only pre-order output is given. You don't need any other output. You don't need any other output for constructing binary search tree. If pre-order is given, just add the data in the order in which they appear and use your usual method of creating binary search tree. That was the question which was asked here. I hope you have understood, isn't it? But what if in order was also given in this? Pre-order and in order was also given. You can just ignore in order because you know it is a binary search tree. In the question they have said that it is binary search tree. You can use only pre-order, and as the data appears in pre-order, you construct the binary search. Okay, I hope you have understood all these questions. And the next question we will see address in the next video, where post order and pre-order output is given. This is very interesting. Now here in order is not given. Now this is a complex example. We will address this in the next video.